Hi guys, I'm Fabi, and today we are going to be talking about my book journal. A lot of you guys seem to enjoy this project so much, so we will do a flip through and I will show you all the trackers and all the reviews I have put in my book journal so far. Now, I do things differently than a lot of creators out there. They use a month-to-month basis where they record how much have they read each month and what books they have read each month. But I don't read enough to have a month-to-month layout, so my book journal is mostly an overall picture of all the books that I've read throughout the year. If you want to know more about the products that I use to create my book journal, some of them will be linked in the description below or in my Amazon storefront, but a lot of the products that I use are from my stash and some of them have retired, sold out, etc. I do hope that the flip through is a source of inspiration and you can create your own. Let's go! Now this page is my bookshelf page. I color in every single time I finish a book with my Tombow markers. I decorated it as actual shelves using washi tape shop stickers. A lot of these stamps are not available anymore. However, you can always draw it out too if you plan to do one of your own. This is the what I've read page. I decorated at the top using also washi tape shop stickers. I write out every book that I have finished and I also rate it, and these star rating matches my Goodreads and my review page at the end of the book. I have it separated. These are the books I read in 2023 and then 2024, which is obviously currently going. On the side, I have a column color coding the genre of the book. In 2023, I read a lot of romance, so there's a lot of pink, and then I moved on to fantasy, which is my new favorite genre. Next up, we have my series tracker. These are actually sticky notes, so anytime I'm done with the series, if I still have space in this notebook, I can always put a sticky note on top or rip it up and replace it. Currently, I'm tracking my Twisted series, ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City. Here we have my physical TBR. I only write the books that I have purchased and I physically own, but I have not read yet. That's why the list is so short. I use Goodreads to track the books I want to read but don't own yet. Next up, we have my reading bingo. I created this page to try and set goals of the kind of books that I wanted to read. I have things like a book of 500 pages or more, historical fiction, a book based on a true story. So it's not necessarily focused on genre, it's more like goals that I have for different types of books I want to read. I use acetate from Studio Calico that had the speech bubbles to create the page for the quotes, and I only write quotes from books that are my absolute favorite. That's why there's only 2 in there. This is my favorites page. I print out the book covers using my Kano Ivy printer. I make a collage in the app of the printer and I print them 4 book covers per paper. That gives me this size. I'm hoping that at some point I can fill up the entire area with my favorite books, but I haven't had that much luck lately. Currently I have Verity and the ACOTAR series. These are the newest trackers to my book journal. Here I have a genre bingo. It's more focused on different types of genre rather than the other bingo, which was focused on goals. Of course, my Taylor favorites. These are all books that I want to read because they have somehow inspired some of her music, and there's a lot of references for her music. I want to be able to understand more that thought process and all that. Plus, a lot of them are classics. So I'm really excited to be able to tackle this list. And then we go into 2023. In 2023, my goal was to read 15 books. I was able to achieve that goal. I use alpha stamps at the top and alpha stickers for the 2023. I also use alpha stickers for each number, and the book covers are printed out with the same Canon Ivy printer. On the side, I stamped out 15 books, and it was because I wanted a visual representation of how close I was to achieving that goal. Now, these are pages that I don't see many creators doing. I wanted to remember what my experience was with each book. So I decided to dedicate 1 page per book, write out a synopsis or a summary of the plot of the book, and then what I thought of it at the bottom, along with the rating. Each one has rating. And I figured it was a great opportunity for me to be able to use stickers too that were related to the book. On this one, there were 2 books that were part of the same series, so I decided to include them on the same page. But I didn't follow that for the other series that I read. And as you can see, my style continues to change as time goes by. This is a series where I change it. I decided to put a tab to divide where the series begins. There's 3 books that I read for this series. There's more, but I didn't really like the series, so I didn't continue it. I put 3 speech bubbles in the back of the tab, 1 quote for each of the books. And then here are the other 2 books for the same series. I also tried to follow along the same format, but then we came into my favorite book series ever. I went a little crazy with this one. I wanted 1 page to talk about the plot and 1 page to talk about the book review. So I printed out the plot that I wrote out on my computer and I decorated it a lot more. I love how this page turned out. And this is my 2024 goals. So because I met my 15 books for 2023, I decided to go for 20. So I changed the format a little bit, but I still want to be able to see all the covers for the books that I read for that year. So I wrote the number out and it's going to be covered up by the book cover once I print it out. These are the reviews I have completed for 2024. I also tried to follow the same format, but as you'll see in a second, I not only got tired, but didn't really like how it was turning out. I get bored and like for it to be a little bit more creative. I started adding bigger titles for my plot and my review, and I changed the format entirely. At this point, I've just been playing with the feel of the book rather than limiting myself to using the same format.